prices have gone up, utility prices have gone up, tax increased for a period of time until that came back down again. So our members are saying that there does need to be some progress in relation to their wages to actually keep pace with the cost of living and to recover some of those real term losses in pay.
The pay claim points to the loss in purchasing power of the pound, highlighting a 21.4% change in the index of retail prices over less than 5 years. This means £1 in October 2019 was worth just 82p in July last year. What cost you £100 in 2019 would cost you over £121 last July. I asked Mr Davies what his priorities were in this claim.
Well, as I said, it's an ambitious claim that's accepted. We're looking forward to engaging with government across all elements of that pay claim because we think they are all very important. Obviously, what will capture people's attention and what will capture the headlines is the 20% baseline pay claim that we've made, which is around looking at those real terms losses in pay since 2019. When you look at how IRP is eaten into earnings, you're looking at circa 19% over that period of time, and that's what set that figure. And that figure is set to set the benchmark for the union, to lay out our stall to say that we are looking to recover those real terms losses in pay in relation to this pay negotiations and future pay negotiations as well.
In 2023, Unite accepted a deal which saw public sector workers receive a one-off payment of up to £1,200 and then a consolidated increase of the same amount in 2024, meaning salaries increased permanently. This time, the union says all pay claims and proposals should be consolidated increases only. I asked whether this was an acknowledgement that accepting the initial lump sum offer was perhaps the wrong move.
It's never ideal, but we've always wanted consolidated increases, but it was a product of its time where we were current at that time in relation to those negotiations. It was the right deal, in my opinion, at that time because it was the best deal and the best proposal available at that time. But we think we're in different waters now, and now we're setting out our stall, as I say, to recover those real terms losses in pay.
Another point you've outlined is that you are going to be making single-year claims. Where's the benefit to that?
We feel that the single-year deal is cleaner in terms of people understanding exactly what impact that will have in relation to their pay packet, what they will see by way of an increase for that year, and then we go again the following year. But there's also the problem with multi-year deals is you are left to the vagaries of the economy and the markets, and not just in Gibraltar, overseas. We've seen what happened with Ukraine in terms of the impact that that can have in relation to inflationary pressures. So the problem with a multi-year deal is that the problem is that you could have a situation where you see another inflationary spiral which wipes out the value of a second or third year part of that deal.
Is the reverse not also true, that if you don't lock in a 5-year deal, then workers might suffer the consequences when there's no deal in year 2?
Well, that's down to us to ensure that there is a deal in year 2. The difficulty you have is that as I say, that ordinarily, a pay deal will not try to preempt an inflationary spiral. So inevitably, second or third year deals are going to be something that potentially will be less than inflation, unless we were able to negotiate some kind of inflationary break clause that says if inflation and IRP hits a certain level, that we will reopen negotiations.
And the eternal question in situations like these, where does the money come from?
Well, we think that government keeps telling us that they are not prioritising claims in relation to our members that sit outside of the annual pay round. We accept, so they're saying that they will address pay in terms of the annual pay round. So there's an expectation that there is money available to fund public sector pay. But we've also said that this is around looking to recover those real terms losses in pay over this pay negotiations and successive pay negotiations. So the word is obviously negotiation as ever, but we set out our stall in terms of what our members are saying in relation to what they've seen in their pay packet and what they've seen in terms of their loss of spending power on a year-on-year basis because of the IRP increases.